I'll wait for you to get back for Azini. We'll start again. It's the second one. The first one's to get ready, second one to go. Right, can you just get a little bit forward, please? Right. Right, we'll do the first one again. First one again. Right, ready? Alrighty, the second start of this race is underway after some issues there with the outlaps. Neo is into the wall. That is unfortunate there. Had an incident with Smish Smosh Smash. But the race is now underway for good. So Ezin is in first place, Tyrone in second, Frazini in third, Pertaka in fourth. Got DJ Draco in fifth, Joe Baird already up from the back of the grid there in front of Heke. Then we've got Smish Smosh, Neo and Nodder at the back of the grid. We do have 21 laps, so they can't win the race in these first few laps, but they can definitely lose it with incidents, flipping it over the jumps, etc, etc. I saw a lot of it in practice, and that was only 5 laps of practice that they were doing for each one. So with, yeah, 4 times the amount of laps, we could have some incidents here. But at the moment, our top 3 is Ezin, Tyrone, Frazini. Then we've got side by side with Pertaka, DJ Draker. Then we've got Joe Bairden not too far behind. Good to see Joe Bairden back racing again. And he has a very good record in our Revline ranked races. And with David Final Form not participating in this one, it'll give Joe Bairden a chance to claw back some of those points on him if he gets a good result here. He is now ahead of Pertaka. Now chasing down DJ Draco. We'll just get back to the top 3 scenario. Looks like Ezin is pulling a gap here over Tyrone and Frazini. Tyrone looking for his first podium in Revline ranked races. Frazini's first ever race here at Revline. And we've got DJ Draco in a very respectable 4th position so far. But with Joe Bairden in close company. Tyrone has binned it over one of the jumps, and so has Smish Smosh Smash as well. So Tyrone has had to hit a reset there. That's going to throw him all the way down in 10th position with a recovery drive to do now. So the top 3 scenario is now changed significantly. You've got Ezin in first, Frazini in second, got DJ Draco and Joe Bairden already up from the back of the grid. Now with an overtake there over DJ Draco into 3rd position. He's going to start chasing down Frazini, but Frazini has got very good pace indeed, so that will be easier said than done for Joe Bairden. But if anyone can do it, this man can right here in the picture. So in 4th position, we've got DJ Draco, Pertaka in 5th, Heke having a good race there in 6th, Nodder in 7th, Smish Smosh Smash in 8th, Neo in 9th place, and Tyrone in 10th position with a recovery drive to do now, but plenty of laps to do it. So Joe Bairden, after starting on the back of the grid, he did miss qualifying, started in 10th position, now already up into 3rd. Went a little bit wayward there over the jump, has to collect himself again, and he will still hold on to that 3rd position, but does have DJ Draco in close company. So the gap is staying similar between Ezin and Frazini. Ezin with a very good pace at the moment. We'll see what kind of time he has got so far. Where is Ezin? There he is. He's got a 1:08.550. That's the fastest time I've seen so far today. Will he improve on this one? Yes, he will. A 1:08.518 from Ezin. Let's see what kind of times these guys are doing. 1:10.4 from Heke. Frazini, a 1:08.814. What is Joe Bairden doing in 3rd position? Joe Bairden's got a 1:09.319 so far, but he is now clear of the rest of the pack. So we'll see what you can do from here forwards. Only 5 laps. Only on the 5th lap at the moment out of 21. The races will be coming thick and fast today. Got 5 races in total. So gap starting to spread out towards the back of the field. Heke having a very consistent race so far, considering that he said he's had 0 practice and he was totally unprepared for this. Seems to be doing alright so far. Looks like there's a potential battle forming between DJ Draco and Pertaka here. This is a battle for 4th and 5th position. Joe Bairden has pulled a gap over these two, and if they do carry on battling, that gap is bound to extend. Yeah, as in the gap is getting wider and wider between first and second place. As in looking for his first win, I believe. Yeah, his first win in Revline ranked races. He's had a few podiums so far, so first win for him looks on the books here, barring any mistakes. He did flip it a few times in the practice sessions, so he just needs to keep it together here in the race to get his first win of the evening. So there is your top three: Ezin, Frazzini, Joe Burden. DJ Dryker, after getting troubled a little bit by Potaka, has pulled a little gap over him now. Then we've got Heke there in 6th position, Nodder in 7th. We've got Smish Smash in 8th place. Looks like Tyrone has passed Neo for 9th position. And he's got a long drive ahead of him before he gets to the next person up the grid, which is Smish Smash. So we'll go all the way over here. There is Ezin. Looks like the gap is staying pretty similar between these two. Frazzini showing that he is a very fast Donny indeed. I'm aware that he is from the Equals Band community also. He's from Finland. Got the number 27 there. The lime green and the black. CRJ would be a fan of the colour of this vehicle. Hopefully we'll see the CRJ lime green back once again in Revline. But the gap is pretty similar. Looks like Frazzini has got very good pace, and we've seen Ezin do a few races before with the likes of David Final Form, Joe Burden, Trying to Play, Common, and Ellis One Bird. So yeah, he's kind of got a new player here, and Frazzini looking for his first podium in his first race. 2nd position so far. Joe Burden there in 3rd position. DJ Dryker in 4th. Where is Potaka? Potaka's fallen behind Heke. He must have had an incident that's dropped him further back. Thank you very much there for the subscribe there, buddy. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. So looking for a close battle. We're pretty spread out. There is a top 3 in the picture right there. Ezin, Frazzini and Joe Burden. DJ Dryker in 4th place. We've got Heke in 5th. Potaka in 6th. Nodder in 7th. Smish Smash in 8th. Tyrone in 9th. And all the way here is Neo. That is our 10th position. Kaiffari, Frazzini only races who can drift and being fast at the same time. Oh, so he's brought that Wreckfest 1 intellect to Wreckfest 2, and it's working out for him so far. I think he did play Wreckfest 1 as well. I think I've watched some of his YouTube. Yeah, we're seeing him here in Wreckfest 2. There he is right there. The gap is pretty similar. There was what Tyrone was between these two guys, but Tyrone had an incident. He either hit a rock or flipped it over one of the jumps. So now it is Frazzini in 2nd position, heading towards the middle stages of this race. Ezin put it on pole position. There he is right there. And he's just pacing himself there in 1st position. Frazzini in 2nd place. Joe Burden there in 3rd. It looks like he is catching up to Frazzini, but by how much, I'm not sure. We'll see what kind of lap times he is doing. Whatever he's doing it very consistently. He's on a 1:08.599, so he is on the leader's pace right now of Ezin. Joe Burden jumped straight into the race, didn't qualify, and said he's done no practice for this. But he is right on the pace there with a 1:08.599. He is catching up to Frazzini. Over half the race still to go. So maybe expecting a battle here to form between Frazzini and Joe Burden. There is Ezin there in 1st. He's got a 1:08.478. That is the quickest time we have seen so far. He's just improving as the race goes on. 1:08.478 from Ezin. What's Tyrone doing? He's on a 1:09.276 so far. He is catching up to Smish Smash there, just up ahead of him. Nodder is ahead of Smish Smash. Got Frazzini, who was lapping on a 1:08.779. We'll just stick with him as he goes across the line, see what kind of time he's doing. I think that was a pretty similar time to his best. DJ Dryker having a good race so far. 1:09.340. Joe Bairden, fastest lap so far, a 1:08.431. He is right on it right now. If he could catch up to Frazzini, get a quick overtake, potentially he could catch up to the leader, but maybe that is unattainable right now, especially with Ezin being as consistent as he is. But we shall see. Heke is ahead of Pertaco, currently in 5th position. Big gap before you get there to DJ Dryker. Huge gaps. Let's see where the closest race is at the moment. So it's not Ezin, not Frazzini, not Joe Bairden. DJ Dryker having a lonely race right now. It could be Heke and Pertaco. We'll keep an eye on this one. Pertaco was ahead of Heke at the beginning of the race. He was having a battle with DJ Dryker, but for one reason or another, he's fallen further back. Maybe one of the jumps got him, but he's definitely catching up to Heke now. These two had a good battle, I believe, in the Revline Endurance at Dalsbanen, or they were very close in positions at least. And here they are on the track yet again, 5th and 6th position. Slightly different lines there as we go through the jump. Pertaco all over the back of him there. Does look like he catches up a lot. He's got the Red Bull livery there on his Hurricane. And he catches up a lot into that corner as well. We've got the number 11 there of Pertaco. We've got Heke in the default livery. Not sure if he did one or if he forgot to change it. Then we've got Nodder, Smish Smosh Smash, Tyrone catching up to Smish Smosh Smash now. He has him in his sights. Also Nodder as well. How close is Joe Bairden getting to Frazzini? Ooh, very close indeed. No, that is not the battle I'm looking for. There is Frazzini and Joe Bairden. Joe Bairden is definitely catching up in 3rd position. There is Frazzini there in the lime green in 2nd place. It's getting closer and closer, but we'll just go straight back to that Heke Pertaco battle. Here we go. Heke holding on to it now, but he goes very wide into Tier 1. That's going to allow Pertaco to get side by side. He's about to go over the jump. It looks like he will complete the pass there through turns 1 and 2. Nicely done there from Pertaco. Back up into 5th position. Good work there from Pertaco. Heke, the very decent race from him. He jumped straight into this one. Doing good there in 6th place from the back of the grid. Utaro nearly binning it there over another jump. But he is all over the back of Smish Smosh Smash. What can he do here? We'll quickly see if anything happens in his next few corners. Then we'll go straight back to that 1st and 2nd and 3rd battle between Frazzini and Joe Bairden. Looks like nothing is happening immediately. Where is Neo? Let's see how Neo's doing. There is Neo there. Having a drive out there. There is Ezin in 1st place. Ooh, here is the battle for 2nd and 3rd. Frazzini and Joe Bairden. Frazzini qualified in 3rd position on the grid. Joe Bairden missed the qualifying and started at the back of the grid. But they're now together on the track and they're side by side. Nearly is about to go over the jump. The bounce here can be pretty awkward, but it looks pretty similar for them both. Frazzini hugs close there to the rocks. Joe Bairden going a little bit wider. I think Frazzini will be very aware who is behind him, especially as they're both from the Equals Band community. I imagine these two have done a lot of races together in that server, so he'll definitely know what to expect. Maybe he'll give him experience in how to defend, as he may have done that a few times before. Joe Bairden going for a slightly wider entry into the final 10. So these guys about to enter lap 14 of 21. As in way up ahead there in first position. Then we've got Frazzini in 2nd, Joe Bairden in 3rd. But we'll keep an eye on this battle. Frazzini had to slow down a bit there so he didn't get out of sorts over that jump. Joe Bairden very respectful there not to spin him out. He did slow down a bit so nothing happened to him. Yeah, Joe Bairden, the number 6 in the black. Frazzini in the lime green, just up ahead. Joe Bairden has to be very patient here. Got a lot of racing yet to do. So it doesn't need to force anything just yet, and with the jumps as they are, there will be openings, I'm sure, as the race continues. Joe Burnham getting a very tight line, nearly hitting that post there. Getting as close as you can before you hit it. But second and third battle is definitely on. Fourth position a bit too far behind to take advantage of anything that's going on here. But we'll keep an eye on this one. We're right on board with Joe Burdham for a lap. Where is he? There he is. We'll do it in the camera that he uses. This is the view of Joe Burdham. This is what he sees, the hood cam. Chasing down second position just up ahead of him. Tyrone has left. GG's Tyrone. GG's. So Frazzini keeping it nice and steady, very consistent. He's not crumbling under the pressure. Yeah, Joe Burdham just being very patient, not forcing anything. But Frazzini definitely looks like he's picked up the pace since Joe Burdham got close to him. So yeah, something would need to happen to Frazzini for Joe Burdham to take advantage of. Ooh, he gets very close there. There's Ezin just up ahead, lapping one of the back markers. I believe that was Neo. But we shall get back in the sky. Oh, my camera has stopped working again. This has happened again. I'll have to do the onboard. The free cab has stopped working, so we're back on the onboards. Neo is going to allow second and third to overtake. Joe Burdham forcing the side-by-side there, but Frazzini will hold the inside. Joe Burdham with a wider entry as we get towards the rocks. Seems like the Frazzini line there definitely works out for him. He did pull away there a bit from Joe Burdham. Frazzini holds the inside in a very defensive position. This battle is hotting up. Just had a thought, is a two-wheel jump strat still a thing in Wreckfest 2? Not really. You don't get like a boost when you land anymore. It's not really a thing. Not that I've found anyway. Yeah, it's definitely not as much of a thing. Wall riding, unfortunately, is still a thing. Yeah, the jump boost seems to not be a thing anymore. Oh, Joe Burdham there. That jump got an absolute rocket ship out of that jump there, but he still behind Frazzini. Looks like Joe Burdham's beginning of that section was better, and Frazzini's second part of the section was better. Joe Burdham's on the outside. Frazzini's still hugging that inside line here through the rocks. It seems to be serving him well. The laps are counting down here. We're on lap 17 of 21. Frazzini still holding on here for his second place. Seeing a defensive masterclass at the moment here from Frazzini in second place. We're going to keep an eye on this battle for now, as the free camera's not working, so I can't really get in the sky until the next race. So we'll just flick through everybody, if I can. It's not. Okay. Some technical difficulties. Is my free camera working now? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We are good. We are good. We are good. Where is everyone? Got a battle here still with Smith Smosh Smash. And Heke has fallen further down the grid. He's down in 8th position now. He's having a battle with Pertaka earlier. Looks like Smith Smosh Smash is now ahead of him. I think the leader will be coming up very shortly. Sorry for the camera work, guys. I had some issues there with the free cam. And what has happened to Joe Burdham? Joe Burdham is now further back. He was battling with Frazzini, but he's now fallen really far behind him now in 3rd position. He still holds on to it for now. Yeah, there is Joe Baden there in 3rd place. How far back is DJ Dryker? There he is in 4th position. So that was the closest battle we had. It looks like it is no more. There is Pertaka and Nodder. And then we get to Smish, Smosh, Smash and Heke. This is probably the closest battle we have got right now. Heke slightly hits the barrier there. My camera's slightly wonky, I think it is. So keep an eye on this one for now. Joe Baden was having a battle with Frazzini, who was on board of it, and of course, as soon as a little weird glitch happens that sends me out of the game, there was an incident. Joe Baden falling further back from Frazzini, so Frazzini has that 2nd place all wrapped up, barring any huge errors from him over the jumps. Not sure what happened to Tyrone earlier as well. He did fall towards the back of the grid, and I think something else happened that put him down into last position, and he has hit a DNF. So that is his race done. Where are the leaders? There is Ezin there, having a quiet race, just qualifying on pole position, holding the pace, pulling away from the rest of the field. And there he is there in 1st position, heading towards his 1st victory. Frazzini there in 2nd place, who had a good battle with Joe Baden earlier on. There he is in the 3rd position. DJ Dryker, had a very good race there from DJ Dryker, considering the races we've seen so far from him at Revline. He's had a few struggles. But now looking for a very good 4th position for himself there. I like his skin as well. Looks very similar to the type of skin that Tyrone has. He has got a nice Revline logo on there as well. I like it, I like it. Not seeing that one. Look at that. One of the Revline logos. Not seen that one on any of the skins yet. I've seen the newer Revline logo, but that's one of the nostalgia ones there. Got Revline equals ban on there. Good to see, good to see. So the leader is about to enter the 2nd to last lap. There he is, Ezin. I wonder how many races he will be doing this evening. We had a few issues at the start. We had to restart it after there was an issue on the starting grid. Nodder got some damage during the warm-up lap, so yeah, we gave it a restart. That's why we're running a little bit behind schedule for this one, but the next race will start on schedule. Qualifying will start at 5 past the hour. So if you are doing the next one, get yourself ready, because that'll be in about 15 minutes. Got 5 races this evening. This is just the first one we are doing. There's Frazzini in 2nd place, Joe Baden in 3rd. Got DJ Dryker in 4th. Any battles throughout the field? There is Nia a lap behind. We've got Nodder and Pertaka. Looks like Nodder has climbed through the grid himself. I think he had an issue. Thank you very much there for the subscribe, Megamouth. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, thank you everyone who... Oh my god, Neo! He flips it. That's going to get in the way of Nodder. Neo flipped it. And that's going to engage a battle between Nodder and Pertaka. That couldn't be helped there from Neo. He didn't get in the way intentionally. But it has created a battle between Nodder and Pertaka. Nodder was a little bit further ahead of Pertaka than this. Ezin has got the win of this race. It'll be Frazzini in 2nd, Joe Baden in 3rd. Can Nodder hold on to this position? Bit of a comedy scenario there from Neo, creating a battle between Nodder and Pertaka, but it looks like Nodder will hold on to that position over Pertaka. Good racing, good racing. Got Neo a lap behind. Looks like Heke will finish ahead of Smish, Smosh, Smash. And then it'll be just Neo we are waiting for. Got 9 seconds left of this race. Stupid lag got... Oh my god, Neo. Stupid lag got Pertaka. GG's. And there we go. That is the race done. Ezin getting the win. Frazzini in 2nd place. And Joe Baden. That is your top 3 for our first race of the evening. We'll go back into a practice server just for one race. We'll only have time for one. A 108.135 from Ezin.